Testosterone clinics don't want you to know this, but 65% of men who start testosterone replacement therapy can become sterile within months. So why are even 25-year-olds jumping on it? One of my workout buddies started TRT at 28, just because he felt a little sluggish after work. And he's not alone. Joe Rogan, Andrew Huberman, and other huge voices in the health influencer sphere have made testosterone therapy sound like the key to peak performance. But here's the thing. Testosterone prescriptions have tripled since 2001, yet actual deficiency rates have not changed. So what's really happening here? And what aren't they telling you? And who am I to be the one to tell you? My name is Dr. Salman Aziz Mirza, triple board certified adult psychiatry, child and adolescent psychiatry, and addiction medicine, and I've spent hundreds and thousands of dollars and many years of my life buying random supplements online that haven't done much. Remember when testosterone was the bad guy? Doctors warned it could cause heart attacks. Media made it sound like steroids. But now, just scroll social media or listen to any top podcast, and testosterone is basically the answer to almost everything. In just 2 decades, testosterone went from dangerous to essential. And the numbers prove it. Prescriptions have tripled since 2001. But here's the weird part. The number of men with actual testosterone deficiencies hasn't changed. So why are more and more guys, some as young as 25, lining up for TRT? It's not random. This shift was carefully engineered by a multi-billion-dollar industry with a simple message. If you feel tired, you might need testosterone. The rise of testosterone clinics across the country has fueled this shift. These clinics use aggressive marketing to convince younger and younger men they need testosterone treatments. They don't just target older guys with real deficiencies. They go after healthy men in their 20s and their 30s, convincing them that normal stress, long work hours, or a slow day at the gym means they have low T. Quick question. Have you ever seen an ad for an influencer promoting testosterone boosters? Drop those names in the comments if you have, because I bet 90% of you have been targeted by this industry. This low T idea exploded thanks to some of the biggest names in the health influencer spheres. Joe Rogan openly talks about his TRT use, telling his millions of listeners, if you want your body to perform well, get regular blood work. Stanford's Dr. Andrew Huberman backs it with science and marathon-length podcasts, making testosterone therapy sound like basic health maintenance. Even Robert F. Kennedy Jr. mentions following anti-aging protocols that include testosterone. And a worm in the brain, apparently. But we also can't ignore money. Testosterone is now a multi-billion-dollar industry. Clinics, supplement companies, and some influencers profit directly from this boom. More men believing they need testosterone, more cash for this industry. It's not just about optimizing health, it's about creating lifelong customers. And just like that, testosterone stopped being just a hormone. It became an excuse. Feeling tired? Don't fix your stress, sleep, or diet, just blame low T. Struggling at the gym? Forget better training, maybe your testosterone is borderline. Not feeling as motivated? Don't look at your lifestyle, just inject your way to success. The problem? This marketing isn't just about selling testosterone. It's rewriting how men understand their own health. And when that happens, the consequences go way beyond the gym. The testosterone industry is selling hope, not science. Millions of men take testosterone boosters daily, convinced they'll feel stronger, leaner, and more energized. But here's the truth. Most of these products don't work. A 2022 USC study analyzed 50 of the most popular testosterone boosters and found that less than 25% had any scientific backing. The rest, just expensive bottles filled with ashwagandha, fenugreek, zinc, and maca. Ingredients that sound impressive, but don't actually raise testosterone levels in any meaningful way. Here's what testosterone actually does. It's essential for muscle mass, bone density, and sexual functioning. But it's not some magic potion. If your levels are normal, taking more won't turn you into a superhuman. So what does a real testosterone deficiency look like? It's not just feeling tired after work. It's persistent, life-altering symptoms like depression, brain fog, sleep problems, muscle loss, and constant fatigue. Not just a bad week, a bad life. The problem? Supplement companies and testosterone clinics don't want you to know this. Instead, they blur the line between medical deficiency and just being a normal stressed out guy. Look at testosterone ads. They show middle-aged men suddenly playing football with their kids or smiling at their partners after taking a supplement. They sell you the dream of endless energy, confidence, and muscle. But science says that's not how this works. Even real TRT isn't a simple fix. The 2023 TRAVERSE study found that no major cardiovascular risks in men who actually need it, but it also reveals something disturbing. Many men on TRT don't have a clinical deficiency. They're being prescribed a powerful hormone based on borderline levels or vague symptoms that could be caused by a dozen other factors. Testosterone seems like an easy fix, but your energy, mood, and motivation aren't just about a hormone. They're influenced by sleep, stress, diet, relationships, and overall health. And those things, no pill or injection can replace them. Testosterone therapy isn't like taking a supplement. Your body doesn't just pause its own production, it can shut it down completely. And once that happens, there's no guarantee it comes back. Here's what most men don't hear before starting TRT. 65% of men with normal sperm counts become sterile within just 4 months. 4 months. That's all it takes. And even if you stop TRT, there's no promise you'll ever return to normal. But let's say you do want to stop. It's not like quitting caffeine or skipping the gym for a week. Once your body relies on external testosterone, it can take 12 to 24 months to recover, if it recovers at all. Some men never get back to baseline. That's why so many guys stay on for life, because the alternative, feeling worse than before they started. And it's not just fertility and long-term dependency. There are other serious side effects, ones that most TRT clinics aren't going to lead with. Testosterone increases red blood cell production, which might sound good until you realize that too many red blood cells can thicken your blood, increasing the risk of blood clots and strokes. Then there's water retention. You might gain weight, but not all of it will be muscle. Some of it will be bloating, making you look puffier than expected. And that hormone balance people talk about? It goes both ways. Too much testosterone in your system can convert into estrogen, leading to acne, mood swings, and even breast tissue growth. Yeah, that's a thing. It's called gynecomastia, and for some men, it's irreversible without surgery. TRT can also worsen sleep apnea, making it harder to breathe at night, which leads to worse sleep and, you guessed it, even lower testosterone levels over time. But maybe the biggest risk isn't physical, it's mental. Because once you start feeling the benefits, better energy, more muscle, higher confidence, the thought of stopping is terrifying. And that's when TRT turns from a treatment into a lifelong dependency. And then there's the cost, one that most men don't think about when they start. TRT isn't just a one-time fix, it's a lifelong subscription. You'll need constant blood tests to make sure your levels don't go too high or too low. You'll need regular doctor visits to monitor your red blood cell count, prostate health, and overall hormone balance. And the medication itself? That's another expense that adds up month after month, year after year. Men who start TRT in their 30s, they're looking at 50 years of treatment. That's thousands of injections, hundreds of blood tests, and tens of thousands of dollars, just to stay on a hormone their body once made naturally. Even the best studies on TRT showed mixed results. The 2023 TRAVERSE trial found that while testosterone didn't significantly increase heart risk in men who actually needed it, those on TRT had higher rates of atrial fibrillation and kidney injury. This is why proper medical screening is so important. Something that testosterone clinic you found on Instagram probably isn't exactly strict about. So, before you jump into testosterone therapy, ask yourself, are you ready for a lifetime commitment? Because stopping isn't easy, and reversing the damage, that's even harder. Testosterone isn't the villain it was once painted to be, but it's also not the miracle cure that social media makes it sound like. It's just a hormone, a powerful one with real medical uses, but only for those who actually need it. If you've got a genuine testosterone deficiency, verified by multiple tests and evaluated by a real doctor, TRT can be life-changing. But if you're just feeling tired, sluggish, or not making the gains you want in the gym, that's not necessarily a testosterone deficiency. That's life. And no injection is going to replace better sleep, a good diet, and lower stress. And if you're concerned about your levels, skip the anti-aging clinics and testosterone mills that hand out prescriptions like candy. These places don't care about your health. They care about your wallet. Instead, see an actual endocrinologist or urologist, doctor who specializes in hormones and will give you unbiased advice, not a sales pitch. If you're truly deficient, they'll help you safely. If you're not, they'll help you find the real reason you're feeling off. Here's the hard truth. The best testosterone booster isn't a pill or an injection. It's a good life. The real way to optimize testosterone? Lift weights, eat right, sleep better, lower stress. Because once you start relying on a syringe for confidence, energy, and motivation, you've already lost. If you want health content without the hype, hit like and subscribe, and make sure to comment below with your best tips and tricks for boosting testosterone naturally. And if you missed out on part 1 of the testosterone story, where I go over why low T might actually be causing problems, make sure to check it out via the link below. Until next time, be safe and be well.